Hello, in this section of the tutorial we're going to learn how to use the graphing functions of this calculator, but instead of plotting functions, which is what we've done so far, regular, rectangular, well-defined functions, we're going to learn how to plot parametric equations. So it's a fancy sounding name, parametric equations, but it's something that you typically learn in the tail end of an advanced algebra class. You use them also sometimes in trigonometry, and definitely in calculus you learn about parametric functions. It's not very difficult to understand. Let's dive into it and see how this calculator handles it. Well, first, when you go to the mode menu, you'll see down here that right now we're in function mode, and so that's the regular mode that we use to plot functions. And so if you get out of here and you go into your y equals setup, you'll see your regular equations, you can type in to plot your regular function. So if we go back to the mode menu and change it from function, where we want to go now is parametric equation. This is to plot polar equations over here, and this is to plot your sequences, which we just did in the last section. So let's go ahead and hit enter to change the calculator mode to parametric, and we'll go ahead and get out of this menu. Okay, now that we've done that, when we go back to the y equals setting, notice that everything looks different. It doesn't look like the previous setup, and that's because we're not in regular function mode, we're in parametric mode. And you see here that we have x1, y1, x2, y2, and so on, and these define your parametric equations. Now, the thing to know about parametric equations, and that you'll learn in your class when you get there, is that basically instead of having y is equal to some function of x, so where x is the independent variable and y is the thing you calculate, the dependent variable. In parametric equations, what you have is x and y are sort of defined what we call parametrically. So there's a parameter, which we call t, which is almost always denoted to be time, where x is a function of time and y is a function of time. So if you sort of just need to step back and think about it for a second, in a regular function, you plug in values of x and you get values of y, and you plot that. In a parametric equation, you actually have two equations for every function you plot. One of these equations is x as a function of time. So maybe you're throwing a baseball. Maybe that baseball